Sean from Middle Grounded, sitting out here on lunch. If you made it through that 20-minute video yesterday, high five. That was a lot to unpack. I know it was long. I debated about breaking it up into segments, but I couldn't figure out where to cut it, so I just dumped it. But today, ladies and gentlemen, Lorne Armstrong, a.k.a. Mr. Penis, the proprietor and owner of the Trailer of Failure, had one constant throughout this entire catfish saga. No matter what, no matter when, no matter who, if they went in the hospital, he didn't care. Or he didn't understand. But I think we know he didn't care. I don't believe anyone in his family, at least in his immediate family, has ever been to the hospital. And if he did talk about it, it was probably for sympathy. I don't know if he's been to the hospital. Lorne's the guy that if he ever went to the hospital with a stubbed toe, he'd make sure everybody in there knew how he stubbed it, knew how bad it hurt, and he'd tell the quadruple bypass guy to his right that, oh, my stubbed toe is so bad. You have no idea. I was doing this and that, and I hurt it. Tell him, Roy. See? Lorne, every time one of these women went in the hospital, it was like he thought they were on vacation. He thought Casey was going to go on a date. If you're in the hospital, Lorne, you're usually monitored, hooked up to machines. You're in there for observation. They don't put you in the hospital just to put you there. Oh, you got a cold. Time to go to the hospital. There's a particular call I want to highlight real quick. It's the one where I'm not sure who it is. Winnie, Casey, Debbie. I don't remember the context, but I do remember this. He complained that nobody was telling him what was going on in his little defeated voice like this. He complained that she was on a double dose of medication and that it didn't help. Not that it didn't help her, but it didn't help because she sure wasn't giving him any attention. Imagine you're in a hospital and you get a voicemail from some woman that maybe you're with, you've never met in person, and she's telling you that she doesn't like the medication you're getting because she's not getting attention. That's Lorne, man. Debbie with that life-threatening injury, possibly, blunt force trauma to the head, extreme loss of blood, can't even speak. Lorne, who is not dating, not married, she's not even interested in, pulls that whole psycho saga because of a cup of coffee. This is a woman clinging to life. How do you even process that? And then this woman who's probably worried for her life, scared, hurting, he's calling, leaving voicemail messages about cameras in her house, cursing her out, screaming, Debbie! When you start to look at how he acts when other people are injured or hurt, you start to question if he's stupid or just a complete 100% asshole. I think we would go with asshole. Winnie, she had her phone taken away. Lorne was pissed. Didn't care why they took it away. Didn't care who took it away. He was angry because he couldn't call and take up all of her time on the phone. The red heart balloon that Dan got Casey, I believe it was Casey. I had about 2 hours of sleep last night. Not a good night. And then Lorne goes on a rant that Dan didn't call him at a specific time or a reasonable amount of time. He started talking about how long Dan could hug her. He started talking about calling Emma. He's crazy. And again, I don't think anybody he's ever known has been in the hospital. But the minute Mama Gwen goes in, the first time she goes into the hospital, he'll be running around making it all about him, but he'll be telling everyone. He'll be the protector. I don't want any of you doing the exact same stuff that I did to all these catfish women. When Dan called Debbie, and Debbie couldn't even speak, that didn't even faze Lorne. It didn't even sound like he was concerned. He was more angry of Angel O getting her a cup of coffee when you know I hate him. I don't have any words to describe him. And that pause was because I was genuinely looking for words to describe him. He is very selfish. And if he ever went in the hospital, it would have been everywhere. We'd have all heard the story. Tony and Wendy would have banned him from the house because he'd have told the story over and over again. For some reason, he has such an inner desire. He has this longing for everyone to pay attention to him, nurturing. He wants to be cared for. He wants his woman to be his mom, but he wants to be able to control her at the same time. So what he's looking for in a woman is always at odds. He's always looking for a way that he can isolate, control. But at the same time, he wants that woman to care for him and baby him, like he talked to Kayla about. And I'm making a point. There's a gentleman that works in a building next to me. Came from a small family, talked about loving being an only child. Started having kids. And one day I'm talking to him about his big family. He's complaining about money, of course. And I joked and said, wow, you shouldn't have brought that many kids in. He goes, oh, I love it. Wife stays home from work. She relies on me. She's always home. Basically insinuating that he liked the fact that she wasn't going anywhere and that he was the only one she was dealing with. They have 9 kids. 9. And I can't help but wonder if he's another one of those guys who wants to keep his wife pregnant until he feels she's undesirable and doesn't have to worry about her cheating on him. This world is weird, and there are a lot of Lorne Armstrong types, but there's only one Lorne Armstrong. I'm going to come out with a full video on the hospitals because there's so much to dive into, but he never seemed to get it, and he still doesn't get it. And it will take Mama Gwen to be in the hospital for him to finally get his head out of his ass. I love you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you in the next one.